My name is Andrew Hungerford, and I'm producing artistic director at No Theater of Cincinnati, where we're producing Pulp by Joseph Zettelmeyer this October. Pulp is a National New Play Network rolling world premiere by playwright Joseph Zettelmeyer, and it is a genre-bending literary mashup. Genre bending means that we start in one place that's a little bit reality but not quite, and then as we go through the play we shift from being a mystery to being a sci-fi play or to being a horror play. Pulp starts with sort of a film noir base. It's a mystery story set in the 1930s about a hard-boiled detective who's kind of on his last legs, and he gets hired to solve the murder of a literary agent. We have a fantastic cast lined up in Pulp. It's a bunch of local Cincinnati favorites that we are thrilled to work with. Darnell Pierre Benjamin playing Bradley Rayburn, the science fiction writer. Dylan Shelton playing R.A. Lingcroft, the horror writer. Maggie Lou Rader playing Desiree St. Clair, the romance writer. Justin McCombs playing Walter Kingston Smith, the hero pulp writer. Paul Riopel as our hard-boiled PI, Frank Ellery. As an ensemble, this cast is a collection of really smart actors, and they're also incredibly funny actors. One of the big messages of the show is that we live in a world of possibility. And what that means for this particular play is anything that can exist in a pulp magazine is possible in the world. If you think about how much technology has changed in the last few decades, or in the 80-some years since the time period in which pulp was set, 1933, it kind of boggles the mind, and things that we have today were only in the dreams of science fiction writers in the 1930s. This play really spoke to me on a number of levels, and one of them is just, I've been friends with the playwright for a really long time, for over a decade now, and so I was super excited to get a chance to work on this play of his. And then another big part of it is, I just love these stories. I grew up reading the science fiction of Ray Bradbury, who was writing in the 40s and 50s, and it was such an optimistic view of the future that was also weirdly rooted in small town 20th century that somehow then gets extrapolated into what can the future be when people are inherently good to each other. No Theater is an associate member of the National New Play Network, which is a collection of theaters around the country that are devoted to developing and sharing new plays. The NNPN has a program called the Rolling World Premiere Program, where multiple theaters around the country, at least 3 theaters, get together and say, we're all going to produce this play within 1 year. And so all of those theaters share the world premiere then, and the playwright works with each theater and continues to develop the script as it moves from place to place. We will actually be the 3rd production opening of the Rolling World Premiere, and it's also an entirely Midwestern Rolling World Premiere, which is kind of fun. Pulp runs October 7th through 29th at No Theater of Cincinnati. You can get tickets at www.notheater.com or by calling our box office at 513-300-5669.